My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. Defect. Defect, 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 defect A. It is also a kaleidoscope right there that I'm looking at. What would defect really benefit from other characters? Like, you know, it's pretty obvious to see that creating cards is very easy for the silent through shivs, and then there's also a whole card creation strategy that works in Regent. So those two tie together, obviously. Also strength gain from Ironclad sometimes, although I feel like Ironclad has a lot less access to strength gain in this game than before. I don't know. I guess exhaust could be relevant. Things that trigger on block gain. You can't get Juggernaut from this. Although Juggernaut did just get buffed. We are after that patch. Burning Pact, exhausting a card and drawing 2 cards. Pretty good. That'd be really good in, like, status defect. Scourge is also a kind of one-card wonder. It's a little bit of draw, but really, the Doom, just having a little bit of Doom in every fight can do wonders. Especially, we're not on the docks. Especially on the docks against the Shambler. Let's have a look at the other one. Spectrum Shift. At the start of your turn, add a random colorless into your hand. I kind of think I just take that as like a general tool. I don't think Molten Fist makes sense here, and Hand Trick's just like bad. Unless I had some discard access. I'm also happy to take Burning Pact. It'll also allow me to draw, or rather destroy the colorless cards I get that suck. So that'll be nice. I'd love to secure a little bit of damage in this deck because we don't have many card selections until I take an elite and another elite, but the value of this line, 3 rest, late shop, 2 elites, 4 early question marks, there's a lot of value to be had here. It's just I don't get many opportunities to really influence before I have to go up against someone with that influence. Great. As long as I can fully defend, I do not mind. Get him. Cold Snap, Focus Strike, and Hot Fix. No part of me is against just taking Cold Snap here. I do intend to kill 2 elites this floor, but I'll take the money. Especially if one of these early question marks turns out to be a shop. Ooh, pair. 10 max HP as well as some money there. Nice. Drop Prowess for a strength in the dex there. So I might need to defend on one of these following turns. I didn't, but I might have needed to. Synthesis. Deal 14 damage. Next power you play costs 0. That'll make Spectrum Shift cost 0 for us at the moment. Kind of, maybe we don't have to upgrade Spectrum Shift immediately. Also really important as to Synthesis, it upgrades for 6 additional damage. So it can actually be relatively mana efficient. Burner defends, so I can try and get more aggressive this turn. Never mind, Justru defends after that. That was actually really bad, because it results in me taking damage this turn and not dealing damage last turn. Ugh. 11 damage as a direct result of that inverted turn. Oh well. Beam Cell, Turbo Energy, sorry, Turbo and Double Energy. I mean, it's definitely something related to energy. We've got the draw and we've got the additional generation. So additional energy is never going to really go astray. Take a consistent source of it. Upgraded Uncommon Power because I really need to boost my power level right now. I mean, I could see how bulk up. That is a very general toolkit kind of card right there. Get the additional draw on Burning Pact and then lower the energy costs of things. Well, Burning Pact to a defend here. Do I turbo? It's not a huge amount of damage I get out of it, but it's some. Yeah. Okay. Got Synthesis for next turn. Sets up our bulk up to be free. Volley is a decent amount of damage. But I really should be dropping a defend. Dark Shackles Fasten and defend Cold Snap. We actually managed to full defend there. As well as become more defensive because of the Fasten we added. Turbo Volley finishes them off, and we've got a Block Pot as well as Oddly Smooth Stone, helping with our additional defense. Neat. Iteration. The first time you draw a status each turn, draw 2 cards. I like that. I do feel like I probably want to add more statuses to this build. I don't think a second turbo is great right now. It, like, you know, depends on what cards I generate from Spectrum as to whether or not that's good or bad. I do think a copy of Synthesis is... no, a copy of Synthesis, rather. A copy of Iteration is going to hold its own for us. I'll rest early here. I don't have good speed of damage in the rest of this deck right now, so I wonder if I should drop Dual Cast on the enemy, or if I'm better off getting additional defense from Cold Snap. I'll go for the defense. Was it wrong? I don't know. Don't know yet. Iteration will be fine in this fight. Pop a Block Pot that turn, fully defending. I'll use Discover. Oh. Ice Lance then. Sure. That gets you down. $10 damage. Yeah, it's worth it. I'll throw the turbo just to throw 10 more damage on the field there. Damn it. The Void prevents me from playing Ice Lance, which obviously would have been a lot better this turn. Of course. I'll speed bot and just ridiculously over defend there. Speed bot entirely unnecessary. Oops. I was just scared enough. It was easy to goad me into doing that. The game goaded. You didn't think it goaded? I think it's goaded with the source. Let's drop another defend or 2 on this turn. Actually, Synthesis. I'm not going to be using the bomb, but 5 decks is pretty tough to contest with, having all these Smooth Stones, Sparkling Rouge active since turn 3, as well as the bulk up. Nostalgia. First attack or skill I play each turn is put on top of the deck. Sick. Now we've just got another Burning Pact in there to help us destroy those infections. That'll do it. Good fight. Heart of Iron, Bag of Preparation. That was a really good hit. Uproar, Subroutine, and Hotfix. Little part of me wants to add the Subroutine, just because I've got a decent amount of powers in this deck at the moment. I can see this tending a bit more powerful. Speaking of, let's upgrade Subroutine so that I never have to question whether or not it's right to play. Smokestack. Whenever you create a status, deal 5 damage to all enemies. There's also Rolling Boulder here, actually. The start of your turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies, then increases damage by 5. I've never really gotten to run Rolling Boulder. I kind of think this deck is perfectly set for it. Like, in certain fights, that might be the only power I really need to play. I'll play more, but it might be the only one I required to play. I will get a Glasswork as a cheaper source of AoE also, especially because this final fight on this floor demands that we have good access to AoE. It doesn't implore, it demands. Speaking of good access to AoE, this ain't that. 12 damage that turn, alright. Could have been better, but finish yourself. I'm gonna burning back through the Rolling Boulder. Oh, that's fun. I forgot about how synthesis is good too. I legitimately did. That's okay though. It's definitely not required in this fight. And if I have to be reminded at some point that synthesis is probably a good card in this deck, I'm glad that it happened sooner rather than later. Null, Lightning Rot, Cold Snap. Nope. Possibility of Null, but I don't think it performs enough in this deck for it to be a good idea. I want Turbo upgraded pretty badly. Alright. Subroutine, Iteration, I'll shift the Spectrum, I'll even work on Glass, defend myself a little bit as well. Hell yeah. It's lovely to have gotten fast in that turn. Not so great to have 0 defense in the hand of any kind. Okay, I did have a defensive previous hand and a defensive next hand. The rest is set up. So this actually is unlucky. I've been feeling like I'm calling my hands unlucky too commonly recently, and if you're doing that, it's not the hands. You're adding some element of disluck to the situation. So I'm trying to be mindful of where I'm thinking, oh, the game is doing this versus, no, I'm totally doing this. 14 on the defense. Hell yeah, that's huge. There's our first rolling boulding. Beautiful. I'll burn Synthesis, because while it's decent damage, I don't need it. And also it's very costly. It's going to make Restlessness pretty hard for us to play. Which I'd like to play it once. Like here. I get to play it here. My hand's empty. I draw 2 cards. There you go. Fully defended here as well. And I can just let the Rolling Boulder finish off the AoE of this match at the top of the next turn. Beautiful. Let's burn through that strike. All the way down to another Restlessness. Hell yeah. Okay, yeah, we're definitely way beyond, like, the power curve of the game at the moment, so I should seek to abuse my advantage while I have it. Echo Form, Buffer, Helix Drill. So Helix Drill will do a stupid amount of damage for us, courtesy of the fact that it dips on strength. It's a hit for each energy previously spent this turn, which means it dips on strength for every energy. So Bulk Up, as well as Sparkling Rouge, will make it pretty ridiculous. It's also a power in the deck that has Subroutine. It's not a power, sorry. The other 2 are powers in the deck that have Subroutine. I'm a little worried that if I take Echo Form, like, yes, it's good, but do I need it? Is it just more setup in the deck that has a bunch of setup? Surely what I need is something that slots in to do some work while I'm setting up. And that would be Helix Drill. I was wondering if I would take Relax. I think so. It's going to make it really easy for us to set up these big turns. 3 energy, gain 15 block. Next turn, draw 2 energy and 2 cards. It's going to be very easy for us to set up big hands of a bunch of different powers and then cycle through them all. Rolling Boulder's okay in this fight, but it's actually not incredible. Nine, 18. Okay, I can't take out Exoskeleton. Yeah, fine, I'll still play. It's not bad. I'm not against playing it. It's just I thought I might have had a better plan there. Turns out, nope. I didn't have a better plan. Good fight, though. Ooh, 0 cost go for the eyes. Especially also helps us turn around in the Kaiser Crab fight. Our only access to weaken in this deck as well. I always need to be able to divine and get the relic. And if I get the debt here, it's not that bad. I've got a couple of question marks in the future. I might remove another card. Oh, missed the curse. Good. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3 finishes Kusarigama. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, deal 6 damage to a random enemy. Not sure that was worth it for us. I'll happily take these foul potions, though. Random shot. How dare the game betray me and not give me exactly what I asked for immediately when I asked for it. How unreasonable of the game. Nope. Burning Pact. Not a good idea here. Glasswork and Helix Drill for 12. Okay. Synthesis, bulk up, then go for the eyes. And pop the other 2. Okay, good. Just as long as I get the stagger that turn, because I couldn't have defended. Uh-oh. I had lethal that turn, and did not do it. That's okay, that's not important to do, right? It's not like I lose 10 gold to debt for going a turn longer into the fight, right? It's not like I'm punished for my mistake. I was. Cool-headed. Upgraded? Not half bad in this deck, actually. I'm not going to take too many copies of it. I'd take just the one. Bulk up Blastwork. Really hopeful to see Turbo or something here on the draw. Oof. Yep, this is a situation of just play double Toxic and then be really sad about the outcome here. This next turn is even worse. God, I hope I have extra energy. I do not yet, but I am going to Burning Pact through one of the Toxics, because it's just like playing it anyway. That's not good. That is not good. Okay. Helix Drill is not going to do a huge amount of damage in this for us. Spectrum Shift doesn't return energy, so it's not worth playing here. Yeah, we're gonna be taking a hit or two. Yikes! God, that next hand, this earlier. In fact, all of those earlier would have been ridiculous here. Taking a full 17 on this turn. Well, Turbo managed to be in a hand that didn't even need it. Well done, Turbo. Cool-headed Zap, then Dual Cast, and Helix Drill for the kill. Tempest, Beam Cell, Sweeping Beam. I don't think any of these are ours. I would have been much more confident about going for this elite before the fight I just took. I'll still do it. Just not confidently. I'll do it coyly and coquettishly. I guess we could fight Entimancer. I mean, if you're into it. What a big arm you have, Ento. Do I change careers into novelist? I'm gonna drop a synthesis on you. Yeah, we've got reasons to care about that. Incoming's 32 this turn. Thankfully, we have access to weaken here as well. Helix Drill's gonna be maybe a tough sell to play this turn, but I do need my damage to come from somewhere, and it's promising to do 28 of that stuff. Actually, even more, because the Kusarigama triggered as a result. Thank heck we have so much dex from Bulk Up and Sparkling Rouge and Oddly Smoothstone. Gotta make sure I pay credit where credit is due. This shouldn't be a strike, right? 3, 10, 20. No, it should be. Perfect. Parrying Shield. If you end your turn with at least 10 block, 6 damage per random enemy, that's an Echo form I can take. This one has to be a rest. Absolutely. I'm scared enough that I'm even doing it before I was intending to. Festive Popper, so at least I don't get punished for resting early there. Oh, I'm so glad I have the double foul pot here, because that belt buckle, if you have no potions, you have 2 additional decks. Legitimately, we suddenly start getting towards an area where it's almost impossible for the enemy to damage me. So I'll take that. I'll remove the debt from the deck. I don't need another cool-headed, not unless it were upgraded. I think a second turn of weakness from Go for the Eyes is huge. I do worry that this would be... See, that wasn't supposed to be a shop, so I was supposed to be moving up here to spend my money, but because it's not, I'm looking at other paths to try and get value, so maybe going for the elite. But, like, depending on whether or not I draw Rolling Boulder turn 1 or turn 3, Decimillipede is either easy or I lose. Definitely going to be going upgrade here. I think both relaxers desperately want an upgrade. Additional energy, additional card draw the turn after, as well as the additional defense turn off. You know what? I'm just going to go additional card selection. I'll start this way, but I'm probably just going to go 3 fights. Good thing I've got empty potion slots. I'm 1 short. I'm not. Glass has got my back. Subroutine iteration. Burn strike 100% of the time there. Cool-headed, and then unfortunately I have to defend. I was trying to find full defense that turn or full kill, and I didn't find either of them with the speed I needed. It's okay though, finishing the turn after. I will take a second synthesis in this deck. It's still decent damage, and I do have 2 3 costs. If If I'm gonna be playing both of those, I'll play the Synthesis under your armor rather than the Go for the Eyes, so I do 14 damage to you rather than 3. Wait, I played subroutine auto synthesis there? That was the dumbest thing possible. Let me make this 0 cost free. Wait, did I not even play synthesis? What happened? How did I not have free power active? Leave it there. That's the right turn. Now what? Oh, I played the subroutine at the start of this turn. I'm actually just not gonna play the subroutine here. I think this is probably correct. Oh, you're kidding me. Well, at least you got one of the higher cost ones, but the fact that the 2 3 costs are on the bottom of the deck is absolute ridiculous. I'm pretty sure that was intentional and aggressive, and I'm pretty sure it's an act of war. Alright, there we go. All of our power's out. Except for Iteration, which is now out. On iTunes, please stream. Uproar, Gunk Up, and FTL. I'm not against taking a copy of Gunk Up. I'm even less against taking a copy of FTL. I'm gonna go Synthesis for the bulk up here. I'm willing to throw both of these? Yep. Emptying out the potion slots so I have 2 additional decks here, making all of these turns a lot better. I mean, I could turbo. Yeah, I'm not even going to see my new discard pile before the end. Go for the Eyes Barrage boost away. No. Is the deck thick enough that I need a second copy of Go for the Eyes? Not after I've played out all of my setup, which I do first cycle, no issue. I'd love to upgrade Rolling Bolding here, but it really does feel like I just need to survive your first volley or get lucky on my draw order, and I'm not going to be doing that. That one? Let's roll that out. I'm not Daft Punk. I'm up all night for different reasons. Can't sleep. Bad back. It's sincere. I wake up most often in the middle of the night to invert my body from one painful position to a painful but different, opposite painful. So like if I was crunching up, then I need to stretch out. If I was stretching out, then I need to crunch up. Just in case you were wondering. Make sure the FTL still gets a draw here. I mean, Anointed will draw Echo Form if I want it this turn. It's just I wouldn't be able to play Rolling Boulder. I'd just play Echo Form. That's actually fine, though. There's nothing wrong with having Echo Form out too early here. I want to turn around with Synthesis. 2 powers costing 0 is huge. Unfortunately, one of them is subroutine, which already costs 0 by default. There we go, double rolling Boulder. That's what I was looking for. FTL turns us about. I don't think my free power should be panache. And yet, it will be. Cruel fates. Let's double up on the glass circuit all. There you go. If I doubled up on iteration instead, I would have been able to play the relax from hand there as well, so maybe should have considered that. Not going to be especially relevant on the other side of this boss fight, though. Supercritical, Reboot, and Defragment. Supercritical certainly has a position in this deck. Full stop. Really sounded like the sentence was going to continue, didn't it? At the start of combat, put a random power from your discard from your draw pile into your hand. It is free to play this combat. I mean, yeah, it's literally just an additional, sometimes win the game on turn 1 situation right there. So I'll take it. If nothing else, it helps our setup become smoother. And that's good too. Alright. Helix Drill after all of that. Unfortunately, we don't have any strength yet, but it is hitting 7 times, so that's nice. Welcome to the fight strength. Bulk up. Synthesis into big old meteor, then prowess. I don't need Echo Form out at all. Yeah, the Boulder will get him. I don't think I need another Synthesis, nor Tesla Coil or Synchronize. Definitely not about my orbs. Subroutine drawing cards is critical in my mind. Helps me make sure that I get value out of it as soon as possible. Ooh, all of these are a big letdown. I'm going to take a Weaken Potion, because 3 turns of Weaken in the Queen or Aeon Glass fight, huge. Is there another shot guaranteed on this line? Not guaranteed. I'll be taking a Swift Potion and walking away then. Mm-hmm. Got the next power costing 0. Got the next power. Thank you, Subroutine, for drawing some cards there. It's actually significantly going to impact the game. Focus Potion? I don't think so. Nor the FTL there, actually. I can upgrade too. I definitely have at least 2 good upgrade targets left in the stack as well. There's one of them in the Relax. Oh. Play the upgraded one, Raps. You don't need... You literally have 3 turns in this fight. Don't play the unupgraded one so you can play the upgraded one next cycle. There's what next cycle? Huh? Punk? Oh. Double subtle routine. Iteration, spectrum shift, gaining so much energy, also cards. This helix drill is getting big. That's the point of all this as well. 7 by 12. FTL and supercritical both getting up. We'll also up the relax potion belt. Interesting. Maybe I should have gone to the shop there and added some potions to my belt. I am intending to expend all of my potions before, like, the first turn where we would take damage so that I can actually get the dex up. Decent first turn. Have Echo Form already up. Three by 10. I mean, it's still nice, but without bulk up, it's nothing. Speaking of bulk up, it's good to see her. Relax will actually be a really good card in the next cycle as well, so I won't play it here. There it is, right here in the next cycle. Dare I say, being a good card. Overclock. That draw is worth it, especially with the upgrade already on. We go for a final question mark. That's just a free relic right there. Anchor. Sit. Burning Pact is such good draw. It's lovely to have it on a character that can actually make energy as well. That's cool too. 17. 9. Huge. I'll double overclock. I really need to fill this hand. Even to the degree I'll overfill it. Adaptive Strike, Hotfix, Beam Cell. I don't need another win condition. Especially another win condition that takes a while to get started. Being able to get subroutine and relax out that turn. I just totally missed the helix drill I had in hand. Oops. That was really handy. Iteration synthesis through strike. Beautiful. Echo Form 0, but yeah, this next hand isn't that great. I'm gonna hit you with fisticuffs before cool-headed. I'm happy to pop potions this turn if needed. I'll swift pop first. There's the fisticuffs back. Helping us cover our HP losses a bit. 6 by 8. Only taking 2 damage that turn and finishing off the enemy easily next. Horncleat, block turn 1 and turn 2. Huge. Loop's just fine. It's especially upgraded. It's just fine enough to put in the deck. This will be a rest. So no matter what, that Echo Form has to get played this turn. Unfortunately means I will be taking a hit here. Unless I'm willing to throw my potions now, but they're not even going to get me block. I think I want to save them for the Eon Glass fight overall, but maybe I use Weak on Torchhead here. Rolling Boulder doubled. Every time the enemies take 10 damage twice, and then increase that amount. It's double subroutine. Burn through Pact for the draw. Spectrum Shift literally costs nothing. I'll pop a Swift Pot. I really like that skim there. Yeah, bulk up's huge. And I'll Swift Pot. So now our Dex is active. Which means if I just play 3 Dex cards this turn, defend, 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 we full defend against the incoming damage. It's fine. Annoyingly, I've got to use the FTL here first, just so that I can get some excess draw this turn. Because otherwise I wasn't getting down to anything with any reasonable effects. Thankfully, we got down to a relax. So I should be able to have my pick of, what block I want this turn as well. I feel like double relax here is a really good idea. Hit the queen with 50 damage, and then another 50 damage at the top of the next turn with the boulders. I'm gonna cool-headed and cold snap. Turbo gives us skim. We're also playing a lot of cards this turn. It's the best I can do with leaving a Frost Orb in the front line, which is my goal here, because with Loop, it's going to trigger 4 additional times. There we are. Draw is currently our highest priority, but maybe it shouldn't. I mean, defense is our highest priority. Yeah, there we go. Because after that, the win is kind of secured, so... Next turn, the rolling boulders roll right over them. Alright, Eon Glass, good first turn, please. That's about as good as a first turn gets. Subroutine in the opening hand, extends our opening hand, gives us energy from our first card. Loop pays for itself. Echo Form is out on the field. I'll drop a couple of defense? Couple of defense, and then Helix Draw for 18. Honestly, that's not important. It's not important enough to risk incrementing Wither, which it wouldn't risk it. It would just do that. Double Reflex there. Or Relax, rather. Double Boulder. Synthesis, synthesis. Drop a defend in front of that wither, and one more strike does some damage worthwhile from Kasaragam. A double FTL draws us into a bulk up that I get to play. Cool-headed draws us into the new deck. Whereupon I can use Anointed to pull 2 rares into my hands. Helix Drill and Super Critical. I don't need Super Critical here, but Helix Drill for 7x7. Smooth 49 worth it. I don't think synthesis matters at all now. I'll hold. Perfect. Double Burning Pact so I can destroy 2 withers in this hand. Do I FTL past this new deck then? What's this? Better or worse than my cards right now? Other than the Relax and Finesse, new deck is better. Okay. Burning Pact. So good to see it. From literally the very first selection I made in the run, it's just been important the whole time. It never stopped being everything. I needed to know that it's my hero, that it's everything that I want to be. Something, something, wing, winds beneath wings? I don't remember the joining parts, right? Everyone knows the chorus of that song. Oh, I broke the glass! And my streak! No, not my losing streak! I worked so hard on that. You know how much attention I had to not pay? Utterly unacceptable result. My apologies. It's only, what, 4 3-cost cards in this deck? I'll do better next time. I'll draft that and then a Snecko Eye. Hey, that was pretty good. Actual serious mode. I feel really good about that run. That slapped hardcore, and finally getting to get the rolling boulders out there, then becoming kind of the centerpiece of the run in those boss fights. Very, very satisfying. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. Name of the game has been Slay the Spire 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content on the game, past, present, and future, or YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/Rhapsody Plays out of. Thank you. Special thanks this episode to Moloko. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.